So welcome. Today I am doing a new video series. I want to start documenting the cash budgeting system. I'm going to be trying it in the year 2022. Before I was strictly just using my debit card, and I don't know how, but I ended up down the rabbit hole of the budget community here on YouTube, and I liked the ideas that they were giving out and how they were doing it, so I decided that I'm going to try it and I want to share that with you guys. So basically what I'm doing on the cash envelope system is every time I get paid, I am taking out physical cash from that paycheck for variable expenses and sinking funds. I am leaving money in my checking account for all of my fixed expenses, like my utility bill, my rent, that kind of thing. I don't want to mess with that at the moment, but I figured I can start doing the cash method with my variable expenses, such as food, clothing, books, those kind of things where it varies from week to week, month to month kind of deal. And then to also use cash for my smaller savings, my short term, so things that I want to save up for within this year and are kind of on the smaller side. I am keeping my long-term and large denomination savings in my savings account in my bank. So what's staying in the bank are my emergency funds, car maintenance, medical, and at the moment student loans are paused, but I want to get into the habit of having having that money not be part of my checking balance. So I'm currently moving that over into savings for now. And so in my short-term sinking funds, it's things like furniture, tattoos, beauty, so like haircuts, all that fun stuff. And we're just gonna see how it goes. So let me move this out of the way and get the money ready. So I took out $413, and so we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, 40, 20, 30, 40, 50, 350, 355, 360, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, so 385. Okay, and let's scooch this up for the ones. I don't have one of those trays yet. There's some things that I've seen people have that I am waiting until I'm further in this journey before I actually make a purchase for it, and the cash tray being one of them, which is just from what I've seen, some people just use a sunglasses tray. I was on 385, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 18 plus 385 Yes, equals 413. Okay, so I think first off, I'm going to start with my variable expenses. So this is a little A7 binder, and I have been treating it as my wallet. And you can see here, this was my little teller slip that I created, just showing the different denominations that I wanted of each bill. So let's slide this over. I keep track of my budget and my savings in an Excel spreadsheet, and I just printed it off so that I could have a physical reference. All right, so groceries, 80. So 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. Now I get paid bi-weekly, so this is actually my second paycheck in January, and let me take this tracker out. And so this is actually going to cover from January 28th through February 10th, I think. So this does go between the 2 months. And let me get a pen for the tracker. Okay, and this is a new folder, so I haven't put anything in it. Before I was just doing all food, and then I realized I wanted to break it out between food and fast food. So it's a deposit of $80. And we'll pop this in the back. That way, if I'm flipping through this real quick, I can just flip here and see, okay, that's how much money I have, instead of trying to take the cash out and count it. Next, I have food, and that is just getting 20. And that is for fast food, ordering in, that kind of fun stuff. And you can see here, and 20, and because nothing was in there, the new balance is 20. All right, miscellaneous. I do have a little bit of money in there. So oh, hello. Pardon the cat. All right, so let's see, how much do I have in miscellaneous? $2. 1, 2. I am going to set this aside for now. I'm just gonna set it here. And we're gonna start fresh. I'm just gonna say it's a withdrawal. So I can start with a zero balance. And I am going to put that rollover money in another envelope that I think needs it a little bit more. Oh, how much is miscellaneous getting? 25. So 20 and 5. And the miscellaneous is basically a buffer in case because I'm still trying to figure out how much I want to allocate for each section. So this is just to make sure that if I go over for any reason, that I have a little bit of backup money. Next we have household, and household I didn't actually use. I didn't spend any of it last week, so I have 20. I'm gonna leave the 20 in there, add the new 20 so that I have 40. And then probably sometime this week, because we're getting low on some toiletries, like laundry soap that I noticed, I'll probably go to the store then with this money. So now we have 40. And as you can see, my lovely cat wants to be part of the video. So next we have pet care, and it's getting 58. Now it does have some money in there. Has 42. And I believe I did specifically 58 so that I could get this to 100, because at the very end of the month, my cat needs to go get his second set of shots. So oh, that's why. Okay, so I was super confused because I thought I was supposed to have an additional 20, but I didn't look close enough at my notes, and miscellaneous is not actually supposed to get the 20. It was supposed to get 2 10s because I wanted to work with some smaller denominations. You try to be all prepared and make as many notes as you need, but then you still forget to read the notes. All right, so 58, 20, 30, 40. Am I still missing a 20? I will figure it out. All right, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then a 5, and then 6, 7, 8. So together, that should put us at $100. And I might at the very end come back and see if I can condense this just a little bit, because it's a little chunky. There's a lot of bills in this. Okay. Oh no, it doesn't want to close. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to fix that later. Shopping gets 12, 10, 11, 12. This is for any miscellaneous personal shopping. And I do have $4. So I think I'm gonna set that aside. Next, I have gifts, which I'm gonna leave this 5 in gifts and give it another 5. So that now brings this up to 10. All right. And then we have some change. And I've been using this one for a little bit. This is just an old Maxwell coffee can, and I just put my change in it. So maybe I'll get around to decorating to make it look pretty, but for now it works. And then to the bank, I just did a deposit. So to the bank is if I pay anything, like let's say I ordered DoorDash and I used my debit card. And so I will take the physical cash that I had for eating out and I will put it back to the bank and pay myself back for that. And that's just another way to hold myself accountable. Okay, so that was the cash expenses. I don't know why, but one of my little zippers came off, so I will have to fix that. But that is the cash, so let's move on to my sinking funds. Let's just scooch this up. All right. So now this binder here stays at the house. It stays in a little safe, so it's safe. First up we have furniture, and it gets 15. And the money I don't take it out or do rollover or anything like that because I'm trying to save up. I really want to get a couple bookshelves and a new desk. So we shall see which one comes first. So we get a 10 and a 5. That will bring us 10, 20, 25, 30. Oh, forgot the tracker. Next we have tattoos, and it is actually getting 110. So I do have a tattoo scheduled for the end of February. So 100, 10, 20. And then I like getting a tattoo around my birthday, so that's what the 10s are. And the 100 is for the current one coming up next month. All right, next we have health. Health doesn't have anything because I had to use it. So now health is getting $13. 10, 11, 12, and 13. And this is for any prescriptions or co-pays that I may have. Next we have beauty, and this is for haircuts, makeup, skincare, perfume, all that fun stuff. And beauty is getting 5. I think once this gets up to 100, I'll probably get myself a haircut. 10. Next we have vision. So this is for an eye exam and glasses. So this gets 5. Now I don't remember if I need that this year or next year. So we shall see, but it doesn't hurt to start saving for it now. Electronics is getting 5. Now this, I would really like to get an iPad, so that is what I'm saving up. iPad Air. I've never had an iPad before, but I've seen people use it for journaling and everything like that, and I would love to be able to use it for like bullet journaling and my book spreads and all that fun stuff. Okay, next we have holidays, which is getting $5. And that will bring it up to 10. Now I think I have to go back. Oh, goodness. Okay, so it gets $5, and I think I need to go into miscellaneous again. Oh, no, it's this one. Because I was supposed to get ones. And I gave it a 5. So I was like, there's too many ones, and I don't know why. Will you scooch? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's not very helpful, my dear. Tell me you have a clingy cat without telling me you have a clingy cat. Okay. There we go, much better. I forgot I wanted to put ones in there so that I could easily make change. So now holidays should have $10, 5, 10. And scooch that in there. Next is clothing, which is new, and that I'm actually going to take from my rollover money, which is this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6. Now I want to split this between clothing, pets, and fun. So $3 each. That's easy. 1, 2, 3. And the reason I didn't budget for it is because like I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with these. I think I want to leave them specifically for rollover, like clothing gets the rollover, clothing and events gets the rollover from miscellaneous and shopping, and then pets gets the rollover from miscellaneous and the pet category in my wallet. So I'm still ironing out those details. The one thing I have found while doing this budget is that it's not a fixed thing. It's a very fluid entity that you are working with, your budget. And you kind of have to go with the flow of what the month looks like. You can have a standard idea of, okay, I should roughly have this much money, or I should use this for savings. $32 for pets. Where was I going with that? Oh, but you know, being able to be really flexible and say, okay, we need to move this here, or I need to change, you know, maybe I'm doing too much for food. I need to try to trim it a little bit more. Or, hey, I have the shopping and a beauty envelope, but I don't really have anything specifically for clothes, which is another one of my spending sectors, I guess, that tends, I don't get clothes often, but when I do, I like to, you know, get a couple things at once. So it's, to me, more beneficial to have a clothing envelope than just purely a shopping one, because as you can see, this here, my little wallet, gets full really fast, where this can hold a little bit more. And fun, which is events. So I wanted to have this one for things like going to the movies, signing up for a cooking class, going to a gem show, you know, those kind of things. And I didn't have a specific, this is getting $1. I did that wrong. See, I'm not paying attention. I'm just going. And when I initially made this budget, I didn't have anything for fun because we really haven't been going out and doing those kind of things still. So I forgot. And I was like, wait a minute. All right. So I'm actually done with my short-term sinking funds, and what is left here are some saving challenges that I'm doing. So this is just saving a little extra money, and then it goes to whatever category that you want. So I created quarterly saving challenges instead of doing monthly, or I thought quarterly would be easier to do. Instead of trying to get, you know, let's say $60 for 1 month, I'm gonna try to do $250 for 3 months. So the first one is $250 for debt demolisher. So it's supposed to go towards my debt. And that's, I'm saving it for January, February, March. Next is self-care. And this is April, May, and June. And that total is $450. Next, I have holiday countdown. And this is July, August, September. Because October, November, and December are super expensive months for the holidays for me. So this one, I'm going to try to save up $500. Then the last one, which is October, November, and December, I'm going to do, with bonuses, $350. And this is just any little extra saving that I can do before the new year starts. Because again, during those months, they're spend heavy because that's, you know, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, especially Christmas, it tends to get you. But it would be nice to be able to start 2023 with a little extra money, you know, a little extra savings. So those are my quarterly. And I decided I was going to do 2 10s for this week. So 10, 20. And let's fix that 5. So now I should have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. And I do have a little expense tracker. And we did 20, so 50. And at the end of the quarter, I will put this towards either credit card, my car loan, or student loans. I haven't decided. And let's do purple. Gonna do a 10, which, let's do this little ribbon. And I just made these little coloring trackers in Excel. Just real quick, you can find different saving challenges on like Etsy and everything like that. And then let's do green. And there are some amazing artists who do super fun and creative challenges like this. But again, I'm just starting off and just didn't want to spend too much money on getting myself started until I really made this part of my routine. But I do have some items saved that I definitely want to invest in later on. All right. So, and it's just on like computer paper, so it bleeds through real easy, but that's all good. So that is for my quarterly savings challenge. All right, and then the next saving challenge is the 50 envelope challenge. And this one I plan on doing over the year. I don't want to try to like rush this and get it done, but basically you have envelopes, and the typical that I've seen is people actually have little mini envelopes that they individually stuff. I tried to do that and I was like, this is way too much. I feel like I'm going to lose an envelope. I would rather just have it all in one. And you have envelopes 1 through 50, and whatever envelope you pick, that's the amount of money that you put in. And then I added in 2 bonuses, so a $25 bonus and a $50 bonus. So typically the 50 envelope challenge, you will save a total of $1,275. With the 2 bonuses that I added, I just basically made it an even number so that it would actually come out to $1,350. I haven't decided what I want this money to go towards, like which category, but I'll figure that out in the end. So we have 13, and I have selected, if I can scooch it over. So I selected envelopes 2 and 13. So 1, 2, and then 10, 11, 12, 13. That is when you know everything worked out with your math. Ma'am, You are not the star of this video. The money that you're covering is the star. Thank you. All right, so let's see, what color should I do? Let's do pink. So, colored in the pink envelope. Hope you can see that. And then 13. All right, and that will bring us to a total of 10, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So a total of $28. And where is my pen? Don't know, it got moved. So I'm gonna take this black marker. All right, and in total it was $15. So we are at 28. And that is it for my short-term saving challenges. Now I do have a couple trackers for my long-term that I have in my checking account. So let me get those. And I just have them printed off on paper. I don't have a binder for them. So here are my long-term saving challenges slash trackers. I don't have a binder because I'm keeping them in my savings account, but I still want like a physical item that I can mark off each time. So the first challenge that I have is actually called the Zero Out Challenge. And I first heard it from Rochelle Adamson. And she has her own website where she has it printed or you can download it and it's all organized in a nice Z. But she did have the instructions for it for free. So I saved the instructions, and basically the Zero Out Challenge is that the day before you get paid, you're going to transfer the last 3 digits of your checking account balance into your savings. So what this means is if your checking account balance is $405.25, you're going to transfer to your savings the $5.25 so that your checking becomes $400. So it's ending in a 0. And she has a little hashtag Zero Out Challenge, and Rochelle Adamson Budgets is her website name, and I believe her Facebook group as well. And then I just created this where I have it split out based on my paychecks, because she has it where it's in a Z and there's a place for every single week that you can do it in. So my first paycheck in January, right before it, my ending 3 digits was $8.73, so I transferred that over. And then for this paycheck, my ending 3 was $3.83. So for January, I moved over a total of $12.56 into my savings. And I have this just going over, really, I just kind of have it as like a buffer in my savings account. That's kind of what I'm using the Zero Up Challenge for. And I'm going to total it up at the end of each quarter and then at the end of the year to, you know, see really how much I can save just by moving a couple dollars every paycheck. So I thought it was a pretty fun challenge. Next up is 1K emergency fund savings. Now this is, you'll hear a lot of getting to the 1K emergency fund, and I just broke it out based on what I could budget, a very aggressive challenge of basically trying to get to that 1K by mid-year. And so I've been putting, oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to hit you guys. So I've been putting about $100 to $150 into my savings account specifically for the emergency fund from each paycheck. Very aggressive. But if these last few years have taught me anything, it's that you really need to have some kind of emergency fund and emergency savings, because you never know what could happen. And like within the last 2 years, I lost my job, I got laid off, and my car broke down and I needed to get a new car. And thankfully I had money in my savings, but because of these 2 big events, my savings was basically depleted at the end of last year. And that did not sit right with me. That made me worry so much. And that was all I could focus on was, oh my God, I do not have enough money in my savings account to cover an emergency. So this is to give me a peace of mind, even though it's very aggressive. So I transferred over $100. So I'm going to color in the rest of this pig. And each pig is worth about $200, and each coin is about $50. And what I love about doing these trackers is you can really adjust it. So let's say you don't want to be as aggressive as me. You could say each pig is $50 and each coin is $25, and you just add more pigs to the sheet. And then you just track it that way. Excuse me, ma'am. So the plan is once I reach 1K in emergency, I'm going to start saving then for the month ahead challenge, I guess, or budget. I'm not quite sure the proper term for it, but basically you're going to start saving a little bit of money for your bills to become a month ahead. So basically you would be saving, like let's say you just chose one bill. Let's say you chose your car insurance. And you're like, okay, my car insurance is $200 a month. So I want to make sure I have an additional $200 in my savings for the next month. So let's say you paid your February one and you want to save and make sure you have the funds for your March, and so on and so forth. And the idea there is that if for some reason you didn't get a paycheck, you still had funds to cover your utilities, your fixed expenses. And that is my ultimate goal, is to be able to have money set aside just in case I ever lose my job again. That way I do not have to worry as much about trying to get everything paid, because that is not a fun feeling. And then this isn't a challenge, this is just a tracker of mine. Well, I guess you could call it a challenge because I do want to get to this amount. But this is for my car maintenance. So things like oil changes, tires, rotations, all of that fun stuff that comes with owning a vehicle. This does not include gas. I just treat that as a fixed expense because it's roughly the same amount and I need to fill it up every 2 weeks or so. So I just cash flow that one. Just use my debit card. Totally forgot what it was called. So what I am going to do is I transferred over a budget of $20, but my bank did a members bonus for about $40. So I'm gonna put that so it's in my savings already. So I'm just going to count that $40 as part of my car maintenance. And so I'm going to say 50 and 10. That way I can color in a car. That way, you know, it equals the $60. But it's also a way so that I don't only color in these little warning signs. So that was a very nice blessing that came kind of out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it, but I greatly appreciate it, because that now bumps up my car maintenance fund to $100. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to get an oil change in next month. So any little bit helps. And I will say this tracker does not also include the funds for the car loan. This is strictly just maintenance and any kind of emergency that could happen with a car. And I don't know about you guys, but I find doing these little trackers, coloring them in, very relaxing and a very nice visual representation of kind of where you're at. Because when you transfer money, when you transfer money between like your two accounts, sometimes, you know, it just looks like a giant lump sum and you're like, I guess I have this amount. But when you have something like this, you're like, oh, that's right, I have like $100 specifically for this. Let's make this just a smidge bigger, because I'm doing 10. And so the goal is, once I color in all of these, so each car is $50, each warning sign is $40, the total will be $2,100, which I think is a fair, safe kind of safety net to have for any car issues that you may have. And that's it. That is it. There are a couple more that I have in my long-term savings, but I haven't made trackers for them yet. So once I make trackers for them, I will start including them in these Paycheck stuffing videos. But that is it. We have made it to the very end. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please like the video, comment down below, what do you think of this budgeting method and everything like that. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye. Oh, I almost forgot that I actually wanted to go back to this, and I wanted to go back to pet care because this is busting out of the seams. And I want to see if I can do a quick bill swap. So we have 20, 40, 60, 10, 20, 30, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is swap out the 1s, the 5s, and the 10s. And that should, if I can, 10, 20, 30, 5, 40. So let me go through here real quick and take it from household because this has 40. And let's make sure that this isn't too much for household. Perfect. All right. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And that fits so much better. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, that was it for the cash stuff, or the cash stuffing, but also the cash swap. So thank you. Just a little extra bonus here. Bye.